Welcome back to Soccer Cards United. It's episode 212 of the greatest soccer podcast in the world. My name is Jason. That's Enzo. Hi, Enzo.
Hello, Jason.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday. We're back at it again. Look at this. We have a bit of consistency built up, Jason, with these podcasts now. Look at that.
Yes. Wow. Very exciting stuff. It's an international break. I'm not sure how much football you've been watching. I haven't been watching much.
I caught the Women's Classico yesterday.
Okay. How was that?
Really good. Barcelona women are up there.
Right.
Very good. Very good team.
We're actually going to a top level women's soccer game soon.
Yes, we're going to the League Cup final.
Yeah, the Conti Cup.
The Conti Cup in Wolverhampton's Wanderer Stadium, I believe.
Yeah.
That is between Arsenal and, is it Chelsea or Manchester City? Chelsea, right?
Arsenal and Chelsea, I believe.
Yeah, Arsenal and Chelsea. Arsenal obviously had a big win the weekend as well. Arsenal ladies.
Yeah,
we're flying over to Birmingham to go and catch that game in Wolverhampton.
Yeah, very, very exciting. We'll have our Katie McCabe hats on.
Absolutely. We didn't. In fairness, now we didn't realize it was Easter Sunday. But you know what? No better way to spend Easter Sunday.
No better way to spend Easter Sunday. Exactly
that. I might be catching a Real Madrid game the week after that, Jason, would you believe?
Now, people may remember, long time listeners to the show.
Yes.
Will remember that you were supposed to go and see a Real Madrid game about 3 years ago.
Yeah, two years ago now. It was Real Madrid against PSG in the Champions League.
Yeah.
I had it all booked up, all ready to go. Was very excited, and I caught COVID. So I'm actually I'm redoing that. It is Real Madrid. It's Champions League, and it's against Manchester City. I don't have tickets to the game. It's not fully locked in, fully booked, but I do believe I'll be there.
Okay. So if anyone can intervene and hook Enzo up with some tickets, so he doesn't have to find them himself,
please, it'd be wonderful. It would save me. I'm hearing Kyle Walker is injured for that as well. Do you know that?
Oh,
Vinny Jr. and the form he's in. No, Kyle Walker. Are you mad? That's going to be crazy.
I was just going to say that the last 2 seasons of the Champions League, those teams have played each other in the knockout rounds, and both times whoever's won that round has gone on to win the competition.
Wow, I remember that 2 years ago was a very good comeback by Rodrigo and Real Madrid. Very
so
late.
Either way, you're probably going to be witnessing
the eventual winners.
Maybe so. It might just be.
To say that with Atleti still in the competition is brave.
Listen, I'm not even convinced we'll get past bloody Dortmund. But speaking of a man who knows his way around a cup final or a knockout stage or a thing or two about silverware, as they say, former Manchester United, Juventus, Marseille, and France defender Patrice Evra was getting involved in the hobby this weekend when he visited the Card Vault hobby shop in Boston, Massachusetts. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, very jealous. Jealous of him being in the hobby shop and jealous of me not meeting him. Jealous all around.
There was some, I remember, funny business with a turkey or a chicken or something back in the day.
What's that?
He had some sort of thing with a chicken or a turkey. He's putting it on its head. He's putting it on his head or something. Remember that?
No, I missed that. I remember he used to do the motivational videos all the time, talking about how great life was. That was good.
Yeah. No, let me find this about Patrice Evra because I think you'll enjoy this.
I remember the old Suarez debacle. That's what I remember.
No. This is not that.
You'd never talk about your beloved Suarez in negative terms.
That was all one big misunderstanding.
Not at all. This is terrible.
Let me see. Here's an article from 442 magazine, which is Patrice Evra in December 2021. So bear in mind, he was in the midst of the pandemic.
Can I say? Yeah. How dare you take such a positive hobby story and you're dragging out what looks to be this man's worst moment?
No, I'm just saying. He just posted. he just posted in 2018 a video of him licking a chicken, and he was just trying to be funny. So all I was saying was he's not like kind of a guy who comes in. He's like, "Oh, how you doing? Yeah, just answering questions, kind of."
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
He's bringing the fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whether
you're saying he's someone you don't have guests on the show, but if you had guests on the show, you would be happy to talk to him. Is that what you're trying to say?
I suppose so. I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. That's probably the best. That's the best version of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't know where you went with it, but I understand.
yeah. Anyway, so that was exciting. Good to see. Good to see players, former players, current players getting involved with the hobby.
And interestingly enough, he's obviously a top signee. Like we've seen photos of him with the kind of tops card that they've been doing recently, as kind of promoting those players that have exclusives or have
Mm.
any form of agreement with top. So maybe either he was signing autograph cards and he said, "What's all this?" and he's getting involved, or maybe part of his contract could be get involved a little bit. You know, you never know. So, but for me, either way, it's exposure to, like, it feels like because like we've had Ever Autos for a while. I think he might have signed for Panini back in the day and stuff like that. But it's like it feels like maybe it's social media, maybe it's fanatics pushing. I don't know, but it feels like a lot of the kind of athletes now are kind of, they're not just mindlessly signing stuff. They're going, "What is this?"
Yes. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
their hands dirty. They're getting involved, Tom Brady style.
I'm just looking here. He was in Boston for an event at Harvard Business School.
Yeah, I think I had seen that. Someone was at that. Someone on our Instagram had like he was on stage in it, and someone was at it. Someone on Card Instagram. Don't know who, but
Maybe
I
it was
was
one of the
flicking.
lads from Card Vault. Maybe
Maybe
there's
I was
a.
flick. I was flicking through the stories and I seen that him
All
sitting
right.
down having an interview with someone. So there you go. It's all coming together. It's all making
All
sense.
right.
But it's mad to think like a player like him is in Boston and decides I'm gonna go into a hobby shop.
But not even that. Look, it's on his Instagram story.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
Many
resharing
times
it. He's not just kind of like doing it and
he
then.
he looks happy. He is
Of
always
course,
happy. That's what.
of course,
Yeah.
happy.
Oh, at least in the card vault.
He's in the Card Vault. He's in the bosom of the hobby.
No, I love it.
Very exciting.
Respect. 10 out of 10.
Hmm.
Very good.
Right.
Hey, see, maybe I was looking at this. Who knows? Who
Who
knows?
knows? Either way, very exciting.
Yeah, it's good
Um.
news. We like that.
Yeah. Right. So the next story we have is it's kind of an interesting little journey I'm going to take you on.
Oh wow.
Because I saw a press release from, well, actually I didn't see it. You told me something, and then I had to go and look and figure out what
Get
you
to the
were
bottom
talking
of it.
about. It took me a while. But
I'm trying to
this here.
remember. Oh yeah.
So this is a statement from Newcastle United and a company called Animoca Brands. And Quid Marketplace. So these are all kind of Web3, I guess, businesses. But it reads like this: Newcastle United and Quid, the digital collectibles and NFT marketplace and subsidiary of Animoca Brands, announced a multi-year partnership as the club's first official digital collectible partner. So Newcastle United getting into the realm of digital collectibles.
Brave at
Uh,
this time.
Brave at this late stage.
Hmm.
The partnership will provide Newcastle United supporters around the world with the opportunity to build and trade collections of officially licensed digital trading cards, digital video moments, and digital memorabilia on Quid, while unlocking a number of exclusive experiences. The first series of limited edition Newcastle digital trading cards, developed in partnership with Leaf,
Mm.
a leading sports trading card company, will be released on the 28th of March, 2024 at 2 p.m. GMT. So that's in 3 days' time. The series will feature over 200 bespoke player cards and will retail from just 79 pence per pack of 3 trading cards, ensuring the inaugural collection is affordable for fans and collectors of any budget. Commenting on the partnership, now this is kind of interesting. Peter Silverstone said, "Quid is an ideal partner for our first ever digital collection. As Newcastle expands its fan base globally, it's important we find new and innovative ways to build strong connections with club supporters wherever they are, etc., etc." But then Michael Bramlage, who's the chief executive officer of Quid, I see here, says, "We're thrilled to partner with Newcastle United as we venture further into the world of sports collectibles. The collecting of football stickers and cards is deeply embedded in football culture. In the same way that the internet, mobile device, and streaming services have profoundly changed football viewing experience, we are using technology to help transform the football collecting experience. Our partnership with Newcastle United will showcase the unique capabilities of digital collectibles as an easy, fast, and fun way to collect, updating a long-cherished hobby for the modern age."
Wow.
Now,
We're already in the modern age of the hobby, Mr. Quid, man.
yeah,
Sorry.
as you rightly point out, Enzo, this is all kind of a bit late.
Mm.
I feel like we've kind of done this and come out the other side of it.
Have you never heard of Panini blockchain? Have you ever heard
Yeah,
of So Rare? Have you never heard of what's the thing with the moments? NBA
Genuino.
Top Shot? No, Top Shot.
Oh, Top Shot. Yeah,
There was a La Liga version of that or whatever, or maybe even a
yeah.
World Cup. There was a FIFA version of that stuff.
Mm.
I can't remember what it's called. And Genuino, shout out to our boys in Italy who, to be honest, I thought they had the best idea. I just had they implemented it wrong.
But so you have
Right?
this, so it's a bit late, right? So I was kind of going like, why would what like what is
Yeah.
this? Like, why are
What do you,
Newcastle doing it? Because they
why
own
did
you look,
why are Leaf involved?
yeah, and you look at like Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Juventus, Barcelona, all working with tops. You have loads of
Does
teams that
have like
work
the
with
fan
Takeda as
tokens.
well.
Like Milan had fan tokens on the go at one point,
Yeah, there's loads
which
of
was weird.
still think using those uh,
Yeah.
fan tokens, which have been kind of disastrous for the fans that uh,
Got
invested in
in.
them. So I was like, right, who are these Animoca people, right?
Mm.
And then
No,
I found this, right?
don't say it.
This is another press release, and this one is from I'm reading it here on a website called Techno Global. But this says Animoca Brands, the Hong Kong based company advancing digital property rights for gaming in the open metaverse, has announced on Monday that it has entered into a memorandum of understanding with King Abdulaziz City for Science and Technology to collaborate to advance the Web3 and gaming ecosystem in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And
Newcastle.
this is on the 11th of March. They signed this memorandum of understanding with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to develop this Web3 stuff. And then on the
Mm.
20th of March, just 9 days later, Newcastle United, which the Premier League has said is not owned by Saudi Arabia,
Absolutely not.
absolutely not, there's no way is controlled by the state of Saudi Arabia, decides to partner with this company to
Mm.
make digital collectibles 18 months late.
Okay, fascinating.
Filthy, dirty stuff going on here.
I don't know how Leaf got involved with that, but that's good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because obviously
Yeah,
Panini and
yeah, yeah.
Topps did not get involved, and they ended up at Leaf. But did they not understand Leaf are unlicensed? You know,
Mm.
Leaf and a license that looked crazy.
Well, I suppose Leaf wouldn't be able to, if it was a physical collection, Leaf might not be able to meet the printing demands, but
Hmm.
they have the capacity to design cards in theory.
In theory,
In theory.
yeah, interesting. Did you hear anything about Animoca Brands prior to the 11th of March?
Yeah, so they're a Hong Kong based Web3 kind of company.
That was verbatim from the thing you just read.
No, no, but that's literally what they are. That's all I could
Yeah,
find out. I
yeah, okay.
read an interview with the founder. He used to work, he's born in Austria. He used to work at Atari in the 70s and 80s.
Jason,
Um,
what's your overall takeaway here? Based on all your research and all of your hobby knowledge and everything else,
yeah,
what round this story up for me, please? Like, what does it mean for collectors?
my overall theory or my overall kind of takeaway is that we are definitely breaking through here. It's another example of the hobby kind of going a little bit mainstream. And the idea, when I read to be honest, when I read the chief executive of Quib or whatever it is, talking about how hobby collecting and card and sticker collecting is such a part of football fandom, and then turning that into, so now you can buy a digital pack. I just thought that was like a very classic example of what's kind of wrong. It's like, it's like this is a wonderful long-standing tradition of fans who like to have these physical cards of the players. We're turning that kind of like love and long-standing passion you have for something perfectly innocent, and we're twisting it into something that you don't really get anything from.
Hmm.
But it is a sign that like there's definitely money. Like people, like we saw like, well, all the venture capital and stuff going into all these companies to buy up other companies, and the market in general is like, this trading card stuff is good.
Whether they're right or wrong, we'll never know. But yeah, there's money flowing in to the space, and
Yeah,
if this cartophilic football cartophilic thing is showing it, it's broken into the hobby, and we're covering it. This digital licensed cards with Leaf, etc., etc., seems to have broken a little bit of it
yeah.
pierced into the hobby, I suppose, to a degree. Whether it's successful or not is a different thing. But there
But
you go.
I just think like it'd be good to have a physical collection.
Yeah, but that might be why Leaf are partnered in. Like maybe there will be. Like,
Maybe so.
how do you feel seeing a Newcastle United crest and a Leaf logo together? It looks good.
Yeah, I actually think like I would. This is because this is the interesting thing is like this is the kind of stuff that we've always said. Well, if I was Leaf, this is what I'd do.
Mm. Get a
Um,
license.
get a license and just make kind of for a club with a big fan base like Newcastle.
Yeah, it's
It's literally
interesting.
like that's a picture of a pack, like.
No, I know. I know. They're using the
Look at
Pro
that
Set
Pro
as well.
Set.
Look at that. Wow.
Oof, that looks deadly.
Football heritage.
Football heritage. There are
Well, it's
some. This is
interesting.
something. Yeah, go ahead.
It's more moves happening in the soccer card, especially space.
Yeah,
Like I don't see this place making necessarily NBA cards, etc., etc. Like this is another kind of, I suppose you could say, example of soccer's kind of global reach because it's obviously Saudi Arabian focused company or a Hong Kong based company mixing in with a Saudi Arabian kind of investment group or whatever.
yeah.
The result is soccer, obviously partially because they own Newcastle, but why do they own Newcastle? Etc.
So
etc.
that they have somewhere to put all this stuff.
Yeah, fascinating,
Yeah. It also
fascinating.
speaks to like the idea that you would have like this kind of seemingly successful kind of Web3 or whatever company partnering up with Saudi Arabia with loads of money. So it's like there's loads of money, there's loads of technology, but you still need some sort of outlet or platform or something that's going to some like application of it that's going to get people excited. And football, time and time again, has just proven to be that. Where it's like, yeah, if you tell people it's like related to their football fandom or their football club, they'll get on
Get
board.
involved.
Yeah.
Look at that ticket redemption, one of one in 10,000 packs.
Yeah, I was going to say this is actually one thing I really thought was a good idea. And when you look at something like the West Ham set or the Bayern set or whatever, we've seen a couple of things like
Hmm.
the event redemptions and
Events.
stuff like that. But you can get a ticket redemption in 1 in 10,000 packets. I guess that means like a ticket to a Newcastle game,
Yeah, you'd assume so. Yeah.
an autograph ticket, an autograph kit redemption, replica shirt redemption, and $100 store credit, which I assume is for the
Club store
club store. This is the kind of stuff I'd love to see in other team
in
products,
physical.
physical team
Yeah,
products.
I agree with that completely.
And there's no reason you couldn't have it like other redemptions where it's like you have to redeem it before this time
To get it,
to get it. So you have to open it basically. Yeah,
that would be cool. Yeah, definitely. Any form of physical thing makes it cooler.
yeah. So it's
Like
strange 'cause-
I'm wearing my Real Sociedad hat by chance, and that was probably one of the best things I've got out of the hobby, maybe. Period. Of anything I've opened, if you know what I mean.
absolutely.
Regardless of the ones I've hit and this, that, and the other I've hit, you cannot replace giving me the ability to walk around Real Sociedad Stadium, meet Takafusa Kubo, a few other players, and go to a game where they subsequently beat Real Madrid. Like
Mm,
that's the best thing I think I've ever got out of opening a box.
absolutely.
Yeah,
You know,
unbelievable.
I will just say, just to clear up, it's actually it's not store credit for the club store. It's store credit for the Quid marketplace. Try and keep
That's
the
not
money
great.
in that
In the
ecosystem.
ecosystem,
Yeah. But so interesting stuff. And you know, yeah.
bit different.
But I like that I don't know if they like, but it's interesting that they felt that because other companies would just make their own cards. Like they
Mm-mm.
would just say, "Here's just," but they actually went and found a trading card manufacturer.
Yeah, I don't know if they knew too much about the trading card industry really, but they kind of knew we need to bring in a trading card. It's kind of like Fanatics bought Tops because they knew they needed the brand as well,
Yeah,
not just the license, which is this thing as well. It's like they obviously couldn't get Panini or Tops, but they were like, all right, who's the next best thing? And for them, that was Leaf.
yeah. There's no point going and getting the like the MLB license, and then nobody wants your cards because you have to start from scratch with a brand.
Yeah.
So I don't know, kind of vaguely interesting stuff there. I think.
Yeah, I agree. And in fairness, I think if Leaf weren't involved, it wouldn't have broke through hobby news, to be fair. Because like I said
No.
to you, because I didn't even hear it all fully, and I just said, hey, Jason, I think Leaf got the license for Newcastle. That's what I had heard.
Yeah.
So then you obviously investigate. So we wouldn't have known about these digital cards, I don't think, if it wasn't for Leaf's involvement or a hobby business's involvement.
Yeah, and it wasn't actually on any. I couldn't find it through any of Leaf's channels.
Yeah, so there you go.
So it's kind of like it's very much, I think, a service or a product they're providing for another company, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
that
which
makes sense.
listen,
Get that
gotta
get that bag, Leaf.
gotta keep the lights on somehow. We heard that Topps Chrome is going to Liverpool.
Yes.
Liverpool are getting the Chrome treatment, and
Is that Sadio Mane?
that's Sadio Mane. Yes.
Has he ever had a Liverpool autograph?
I don't think he has. I think we're getting the first Sadio Mane Liverpool autographs ever
Yeah, I didn't see that. Let me have a go.
in this.
He had Bayern Munich autographs recently enough.
Yeah, but now he's in Liverpool as well. So while you're looking for that, Enzo, I'm just going to read the description.
Please do.
For the first time, Topps was thrilled to release 2023-24 Topps Chrome Liverpool. With more trophies than any other club in England, Liverpool are no strangers to Chrome. This
Oh,
dynamic set boasts a 100-card base set divided equally between two show-stopping premium-based designs, collect the biggest stars from the men and women's first team, chase the future top rookies in Bowman, and find the greatest legends to grace Anfield. Celebrate the illustrious history of Liverpool with a host of stunning inserts, winners of 6 UEFA Champions League trophies no other English team can rightfully claim to be kings of Europe. Scout the stars of the future with Generation Red and collect the stars of the current team with Clinical. Relive the moments that shaped the club's legacy with making history and chase the legends that inspired supporters across the world with LFC Idols. Hunt for ultra rare case hit, Captivating, a flashy tribute to the great leaders of the Reds. Track down autograph cards featuring first team base, Kings of Europe, Clinical, and LFC Idols. Collect genuine signatures from the stack of legendary lineup of legendary heroes, first team stars, and up and coming talent. 2 autographs, one black and white wave parallel, and 3 sequentially numbered parallels per box. 16 packs per box, 4 cards per pack.
whoa.
2 autographs.
2 autos, we like that, always. Can we
Yeah.
see, is the case hit there? Is that bottom card, is that a case hit or no?
What did I say it was called? Captivating.
No.
Doesn't look like it's there.
I like that Fernando Torres. That kind of reminds me of the other insert from Flagship. That one
Yes,
there.
very much so. The
That's
European
kind of a
Night.
newspaper vibe, yeah. But that, yeah, you're seeing the kind of backboards. You're seeing some people's photography. I like that. That's good. Terrific Torres. It's a nice little tabloid. So, and then, yeah, compared to the ones next to it, which are very Photoshoppy or whatever, I don't love them.
Yeah. Did you confirm that Sadio Mane has no other Liverpool autographs?
I did confirm that there is some Leaf unlicensed stuff, but yeah, to my knowledge, there is no. Obviously, there might be a Liverpool team set coming out, something like that. But no, it seems to be all Bayern Munich and all unlicensed. So this could be one of the first, apart from maybe a Liverpool team set if that comes out first. Well, that already came out, didn't it?
Yes, I believe that already came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he has any other Liverpool.
Interesting. I remember when Sadio Mane first moved to Bayern, we happened to have some Sadio Mane cards, and we'd go around card shows, and a lot of Liverpool fans at that stage were like, do you know what? Since he left, like I'm not so mad on him. But I think now enough time has passed.
And he didn't do anything at Bayern. That's kind of like, he's Liverpool legend. It's almost like he retired.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of not threatening that he would like when a player moves to a new club. It's like maybe he'll become more well known for what he does there than what he did here. But that wasn't the case. So now it's like, well, then we can just danger free appreciate.
He was a legend. Now we miss him.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So that's exciting for the old Liverpool fans.
And do you think there's any collectability baked into Klopp's last year, anything like that? Do you think there's any of that going on? I mean, it depends what he does, I suppose.
Depends what he does, yeah.
If he can get to that final in Dublin, the Europa League final.
He can win a second Premier League.
Not with your beloved Arsenal top of the league season. But no, yeah, I don't know. I like it. I'm happier than seeing like a Lineage year 2. The Chrome set, I think the Barcelona and the Juventus ones went down relatively well. Couldn't keep the Barcelona one in stock personally ourselves.
Yeah.
Obviously a host of stars. There's the women's team is mixed into this as well, I believe. Yeah. I think I've seen yeah, something different, I suppose. I like that. It's different. It's the first time they've done Topps Chrome Liverpool. It's fascinating not to see the on-card autograph style boxes happening for certain teams. But yeah, I think it's okay. It's another premium product, 2 autographs and Chrome stock, and obviously a more affordable price point. So it could be good. But again, yeah, I do also feel like there's been a lot of Liverpool stuff. But
there has been a lot of Liverpool stuff, yeah.
Big club, 30-year team sets. They've had Lineage, and now they have this, I suppose. And they're obviously in the Champions League frequently enough.
Yeah. I mean, you saw like with the reaction to SPFL on demand, and a lot of people saying like, "Oh, well, last year we had a Chrome box with 2 autographs." Like a Chrome box with 2 autos is something. Yeah, even if you're ripping a box of Juventus or something, you're not a Juventus fan or whatever. It's like you're getting guaranteed
2 autographs. Yeah, 2 autos is big. It is. It's fun. Obviously the autos can be diluted, etc., but because there's nothing worse when you're hitting a normal Chrome box, you hit your auto and you're like, that's my auto. Like you're hunting the autos. So when you hit an auto and you're like, there's still another auto in here, and you're opening more packs. Yeah, definitely fun. And I think just with Dominic Solobzai, hopefully he's on the autograph checklist. He has kind of really done a lot for Liverpool sets this year, I believe,
because he's Mr. Hungry.
Yeah, That's a big. That's I think that's why like Euro Finest has been doing so well. Is a lot of people are just chasing country. Like it's exciting.
Yeah,
You know, just country
absolutely.
cards. Like, I want the 101. You know, I want this. I want that. Like it's
I
fun
thought the reaction to Euro Finest obviously came out on Friday. The reaction to it was, I was kind of, it was strange because I know I saw a lot of people in the States talking about it and being like, avoid this or whatever. But it's like, well, it was never,
for you.
it was never going to be for you really. Like, because if you're not chasing kind of a licensed team, or like, if you're like an England fan or like an Italy fan, there's loads of amazing cards you can get.
Yeah.
So, like it's not, it was never going to kind of be like a general mass market
So, like yeah,
huge
if
hit.
you're from Ukraine, you have some Mudriks in a Ukraine kit. You have Zinchenko, and like that's like look at this. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
exactly. Yeah. Um, so I thought it was I thought it was a fun product. Um, but actually, I talked about SPFL there. Someone commented on our last conversation where we talked about SPFL and said that compared to the Chrome sets, that it looks like Topps have actually made the auto checklist more rich for clubs outside of Celtic and Rangers,
Okay, that's nice.
and kind of done less like autographs from like loanees or whoever, like in a more like kind of
Yeah, Barry Maguire is out. He went on loan
yeah.
somewhere. He went on loan somewhere, so he's not on the
Did
autograph
he?
checklist. Yeah,
My God, Barry
they
Maguire moving
couldn't
up in the
put him in.
world.
Yeah.
That's fun. Let me just see where he is. Um, oh, he's at Kidderminster Harriers in England.
Hey, there you go.
I went down south. Um, right. Somebody messaged on Instagram, and I was kind of just, I had like a little like flurry of answering. Sorry for everyone who has to wait and never gets an answer for a DM, but occasionally either me or Enzo will go on like a little run. But if you don't get included in that run,
But yeah, you're lost.
you're lost.
We've
And
never like
asked,
yeah, we need to employ someone just to answer DMs because it's gotten out of hand.
it's hard. It's hard to answer DMs.
It's not the DMs; it's everything else is so busy that then you're looking at DMs going, oh,
Yes, and you assume that the DMs. What I always feel so bad is like if I just put a DM off and off and off and off and off because I assume it's like I'm projecting onto them that they have like some big request of me,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like the most simple thing ever. It's just like something that only requires going like, oh, really cool, well, congrats or whatever.
Yeah, I know. No, it's
I,
not good. We that used to when we started. That was our kind of strong point. Was we everyone got response, and like the responses were more intense back then than they were now. Like back then, it was explaining the hobby to everyone as
yeah,
we were learning the hobby. Like it was insane. It was insanity.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I've been very bad on the DM train, definitely.
But people should know
But
that if you're sending a DM and you're not getting an answer, it's not personal to you.
never has been. And on top of that, though, I do feel with that kind of off my plate to a degree, like not worrying about it as much. I
Yeah,
feel a lot more free. Like I mean, people know like that listen to the podcast. Like there's podcasts that we don't do for weeks on end. Like that's we have been very busy. But like yeah, I do think we've obviously post our own card show, Jason. We've stopped attending shows just for a brief period of time. We've unwinded. We don't have like an impending show where we need to pack bags and get ready. So I
yeah.
think that has actually cleared our mind a lot and has helped us kind of focus on all the little tasks that we need to do. But there's no excuse. We need to be getting back to them DMs, Jason.
Well, this is one of the things that I under normal circumstances or maybe last year wouldn't have had the kind of headspace to engage with, but I did, and I was very rewarded by what I found. Somebody
Oh wow.
messaged with they had hit a Sublime insert from Prism, which is a super short print. And when I was opening retail configurations of Prism for the YouTube channel, that was like the big thing in I think it was in a blaster, and in the retail box was like look for Sublime SSPs. And I was like, so I saw it and I'd never seen it before. Obviously, I didn't hit one. And then I went and I had a look, and it's like a whole little world, the Sublime.
I remember they were horizontal last year.
Yeah, and they're vertical this year, but they're like, I guess they're like
Oh wow.
hidden gems or something.
Oh, it's their version of Hidden Gems, is
They're
it?
not case hits. They're rarer
You
than
know,
that.
I'm looking at a Thierry Henry here, Jason, sold for
Yes,
€1,850.
because somebody asked me to help them price something, and then I
He
was
was
like, "Let me have a
gone.
look," and then I was like, "What the heck?" So
Big hit syndrome.
big hit. I wouldn't have even. Yeah, there's your $2,000 Thierry Henry, your $800 Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, so we're talking short print.
We're talking super short print.
Panini have done it again.
Yeah. If I couldn't do Buonanotte going for $200, that's a rookie, like,
Yeah, man.
um, and they're actually pretty nice looking cards. Like,
I disagree with that myself.
you don't like them?
Not for me. Not for me. They're all
Okay.
right. No, but not for me. No, the Sublime. No way. I don't like it. I
You
don't know
prefer
what it
hidden?
is about.
You prefer hidden gems, would you?
I actually do, but they don't get as much. Like that does look nice. That one looks alright. The black on black, etc. But yeah, no, not for me. I don't know how Panini do it, but for some reason their case hits hit very strong.
And this is even rarer than a case hit.
That's what I'm saying. But whatever they're doing with their short prints is a science. I think I'd love to put under the microscope and
Yeah,
learn about.
more of an art than a science, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I actually initially saw one of these, and I thought that was a black one of one,
Yeah, of course.
and then I was looking for Sublime, and then I found out no, it's not that at all.
But like I'm here, right? Hidden gems. Erling Haaland here selling for 350 quid.
Yeah.
A PSA 10 Hidden Gems Ibrahimovic, which I didn't know existed and now I want it. It was best offer accepted at 700 quid. So like, I like hitting, like, to be honest, Sublime, and now that you say that, Sublime and Hidden, there's definitely a parallel between Sublime and Hidden Gems, even in the color in the background,
Yeah.
the kind of jersey matches or whatever. But Hidden Gems are not popping in the same way that Sublime are, which I find weird.
Well, Sublime may be shorter print again,
That's unacceptable.
because I think they could be retail exclusive.
I am a fan of Hidden Gems. I have not. We only own one, but that's definitely. If I'm talking collecting, I would actually like to pick some up. They are really, really, really cool.
Yeah, I believe I saw the what did I see?
Messi from Miami.
No, I think it was the Luka Modric from Euro Finest Hidden Gems.
Yes, and that does
which
hit
is
different
very cool.
because it's a national kit that hits different.
Yeah.
There's actually, but I see it. I'm looking at that now. I've seen 3 Modric's up right for sale at this moment in time.
Yeah.
And I see a Gavi.
Mm.
A Gavi Hidden Gems, very nice. If only they had the Italian license. But I think there's like a Hidden Gems, and you might have said this already. Do you think there could be a Hidden Gems Evan Ferguson out there?
Somebody suggested that to me, and I don't know. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Do you know if you hit anything in your Irish breaks?
No, I have to check them.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of any hits. You just send money out. If you don't watch the break, you've just sent money out into the ether and you sit back open.
I know.
That's something just comes through the letterbox.
I think I entered ones that I have to go and get shipped. So I have to.
Oh, you have to go see if there's anything to be shipped.
I have to go see if there's anything to be shipped. Excuse me, did I hit anything?
And they say, oh no. When was that? 2 days ago? I've done 700 breaks since.
Yeah.
Are you mad? You got nothing.
So yeah, so there you are. So if anyone has has opened some Prism retail, and put all your inserts and stuff to one side because you didn't necessarily know what was there, have a look through, and if there's a Sublime there, you could be in for big money.
That's shocking.
Yeah,
Hidden gems are cool. I like hidden gems. Very good.
Right. Just to briefly go over some of the international football action, we mentioned that Julian Nagelsmann wanted to build his team around Imam Musiala and Florian Wirtz last week when someone asked a question about who could pop off at the Euros. And with some help from Toni Kroos and Kai Havertz, among others, they put France to the sword in Lyon.
Oh my God.
2-0.
In the bin, the French.
Florian Wirtz scored the fastest goal in Die Mannschaft history.
So straight away, Jason, you were vindicated from the jump.
Yeah, no, I don't mean to brag, but it only took about 36 hours. And then also we had at Wembley, Brazilian 17-year-old wonder kid on his way to Real Madrid, Endrick. I have it here in my running order as Endrick continued his suspiciously perfect rise to prominence by scoring the winning goal against England at Wembley.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
I witnessed it.
I can only imagine all those people that bought those Leaf photos, just raking it in time and time again.
Licking their lips.
Licking their lips, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing everything in the right order.
He is. And there was a brilliant moment where I'm not the first person to observe this, but he celebrates that, runs away from the goal, and then it hits him what's just happened. He's just scored. It's a friendly and whatever, but he's just scored what could be the winning goal against England at Wembley. And he's 17. This is his third cap.
Yeah, for
and he
Brazil.
stops his kind of standard
Normal celebration.
celebration, turns around and then gives it large.
I love it.
It was quite brilliant.
He's like, oh wait, I didn't just score a goal. I
Yeah,
scored an incredible goal.
but the goal actually came from he was running with Vinny. Vinny had his shot saved, and then he bundled it in. And I thought that's what we want to see. That's the kind of hunger. That's a goal scorer. That's a poacher. That's a man that wants to get his numbers up.
Mm.
That's not
Like,
someone that kind of is running with Vinny. Then he realizes Vinny's going to shoot and kind of just.
yeah, like his OGD photos are doing spectacularly well.
Yes, doing spectacularly well. And we've always said from day one that it's like, yeah, whatever. Like once he gets some license stuff, once he gets first Real Madrid autos, it's not going to matter. But in the meantime, people have made hundreds, if not
Yeah,
thousands,
that's
of
it.
dollars.
It's kind of like I mean, they were so early, 2022.
Yeah,
But I see one here that sold, and of 199 sold for €923. I can't remember what they came out at, but it was definitely lower,
lower
much
than
much
that.
lower. It's interesting because obviously, like, if he gets a Topps Chrome or a Panini Prism or whatever, at the 101 or the 150, they're going to sell for higher than that, I would imagine. However, it's similar to stickers. It's like, yeah, they'll eventually make a rookie card and it'll be Chrome and it'll be worth tens of thousands, but that doesn't mean you can't make a few hundred or a few thousand by grinding
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
being early. You can still make money off stickers, rookie stickers, etc. But it's like it's not what it used to be, and it's not the same as
It's a lower ceiling.
yeah, it's a lower ceiling, but still there's still gains to be made
Absolutely.
if you're grinding.
So that's it. That's 17-year-old Endrick. But just to finish up, there is a even younger wonder kid that had a good weekend. Which is here's the story from NBC Sports. Reported Manchester City target and US youth national team phenom Cavan Sullivan, 14,
That was a bit
assists on
early.
pro debut for Philadelphia. This is kind of a bit of Freddie Adu's kind of story.
Oh no.
Um, Philadelphia Union Academy phenom and rumoured Manchester City signing Cavan Sullivan had a professional debut to remember on Sunday in an MLS Next Pro match for Philadelphia Union 2 at Subaru Park in Chester, Pennsylvania. Sullivan, 14, was in the news last week when he was reported to be destined for Manchester City eventually. The report said the Philly had been working to keep Sullivan at home until he was 18, but that a move to Man City would lead on loan would lead to on loan. What?
Lead to on loan to City would lead to it would lead to a loan, I suppose, to City
Yeah, that's
Football
not.
Group.
Sorry, that wasn't me. That was the
The the
the
article.
article. I got confused. He won the Golden Ball, which is the award for best player for the US youth national team at the CONCACAF Under 15 Championship, and has been scouted by teams worldwide. There you
Wow.
are.
The only one
And
the kid I care about is Pafundi. Simone Pafundi, Jason.
tell us about him.
He's a young Italian wonder kid on loan in the Swiss league from Udinese, and
Right.
he's just a natural born killer in front of goal. I love him.
I see him
He
here now.
listen, the stats aren't anything to write home about, but the Italians are very excited about him.
Let me see here. Simone Pafundi was again the star of the show for the Italy Under-19 squad in a 2-1 qualifying win over Czechia. The former Udinese creative midfielder opened the scoring after 18 minutes from the edge of the box. Then his corner was turned in by Luca Lipani to double their lead.
There you
There
go.
you are. Underage star.
Look at this. He has been compared to former Udinese captain and striker Antonio Di Natale. Some even believe he has the potential to be the heir of Lionel Messi. Given his stature and ball handling skills, who resembles the Argentine phenom. Now, listen, I wouldn't jump on that kind of a board, but what I'm saying is we might have a player that's half decent for the Italian national team, and that means a lot to me.
Wouldn't that be good?
Wouldn't it be wonderful?
Did you see that clip of Bernardeschi and Insigne doing the little back heels from Toronto?
I didn't, thankfully.
You can look that up after the show. You'll enjoy that.
I don't enjoy anything other than Giovinco in that red kit.
Okay, well, that's us for episode 212 of Soccer Cards United. We're back on Thursday with more stuff.
International breaks are always a bit flat, aren't they, Jason?
They are always a bit flat, but it allows kind of secondary storylines to come to the fore.
That's true.
And not just be talking about the same old.
That's true. Ireland held Belgium to a 0-0 draw. That was quite impressive.
Evan Ferguson had his penalty saved.
I didn't see the game. I didn't hear anything about it. Other than
Should have
Tom
been
Brady.
1-0.
Liam Brady was Liam Brady, Tom Brady, what am I saying? Robbie Brady was playing.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that. and I do think that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Evan Ferguson on a bad spell of goal scorer, you could tell when he stepped up that he wasn't going to score.
Wow, because he's a big, tall, hulking robot of a man.
Well, usually, yeah, he's got a big face, so like you know, you can kind of tell, like
Yeah, he can't
you
give
could
it. He
see
has
in
no
his
poker
eyes that he
face.
wasn't, you know,
He wasn't feeling it.
no, it was never going to happen. But
Wow.
Belgium play England, I think tomorrow or Wednesday, so we see how they get on there, and then we can
Oh, we beat
ascertain.
Ecuador. We beat Ecuador last night, and I think the US won the Gold Cup against Mexico.
The Nations League, the US won.
Was it not a Gold Cup?
I believe it's the Nations League, League A, CONCACAF final.
Yeah, Concacaf Nations League final.
Yeah.
Maybe I read something that said it was a replay of a goal. I don't know. But our friend Giovanni Reina and Tyler Adams scored the goals.
Giovanni Reina coming back to haunt or save Greg Berhalter, depending on which way
You see it.
you see it.
I do think the swing has fully happened, Jason, in terms of that rivalry. I think historically it's been Mexico, 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 but I think the Mexicans are in for a hard decade, 2 decades, forever.
Yes.
They're in for a hard forever, I think. Unless they
Mm,
get a golden generation together fast.
yeah. I think if I was Mexico's football federation, I would be looking at. I'd say, right, let's ground level rebuilding of this.
Yeah,
You
100%.
know,
I think this is like the worst US team that will play Mexico over the next decade, basically. That's what I think.
good God.
They're going to keep getting better and better players. And I don't think Mexico are necessarily going to progress in the same way unless, as you said, they start grassrooting it a little bit more or if they have a bit of a golden generation.
Well, they do say that the problem in Mexican football is a similar problem to a lot of Eastern European football, Russian, Ukrainian, etc. Because what happens is the clubs in Mexico, your Chivas, your Club America, they're massively backed by very very wealthy backers, and it's a big business, the Liga MX. So Mexican players don't have much of an incentive to go abroad to earn big money. So they're not they're not kind of pushing themselves to develop as much as they should be. Whereas you look at the American players, they're like, I'm not staying in the MLS. I'm going to
The
get
Premier League.
the Premier League.
There you go.
So there you are. All right.
Congratulations to the boys.